Hey guys, welcome back to Frenemies. I'm Ian, and we're here for Cloak and Dagger. Now, full disclosure, I've seen the first episode. Yes, this is still the first episode. It has been a long time since I've seen the first episode. I think it was actually when the season first came out, or when the show first came out. I mean, it's not too long, but I remember points. I remember a lot of it. But it is kind of going to be less of a reaction this episode, more kind of semi-commentary. But from after this episode, I'm completely fresh to it. I wanted to go ahead and start from episode 1. Just to let y'all know ahead of time, I don't want to fake a reaction or anything. But yeah, I don't. Apart from what I've seen in this episode, what bits I remember, and some moments I've caught of them in the comics. Very little of them. I've seen very little of them in the comics. I've seen them in the Ultimate Spider-Man comics. And I think that's it. I've seen it in cartoons and stuff as well. Whenever they show up in that. But yeah, I think it's basically the only time I've ever seen them. So I know their abilities. I know their relationship. I don't know if it's gonna be the same. I mean, it looks like it's gonna be the same in here, but I don't know. I'm not sure we're gonna change. I'm not sure what. I mean, obviously it's gonna be an adaptation, so it's not gonna be to the T. And also, there's comics. They different versions have different versions of heroes. So yeah, I don't know exactly. Apart from again what I've seen in this episode, where we're going. I know they see each other again by this episode. I know they run into each other when they're kids, and then they meet each other again. I don't remember why. But yeah, they meet each other again later on in the same episode. But yeah, that's pretty much everything I think we're getting for this. Doing this on request of somebody in the comments. One of the videos I put up a few weeks ago, probably a month by now. We're doing this in place for one of the live shows. Since we're in the summer and things are kind of going on a lull. This will be replacing it for the time being. I'm not sure I'll be able to do the second season. We'll see how things are whenever the shows come back again. I mean, Arrow's only gonna be here for once. Basically, half a season. It's gonna be 10 episodes this season, so maybe I'll pick it up again after Arrow. It just depends on how busy things are. But yeah, that being said, we're gonna go ahead and jump into Cloak and Dagger. Also, I know this is essentially sacrilege considering we're watching Marvel, but bad hair days, you know. Oh man, I remember this now.
Sure.
Crap.
Yeah, I'm sure it's the same system we put in. Heard that a block away.
Ty, what are you still doing out, man?
You said you were scared, so I thought I'd do it for you.
So you thugging now? What, you feel like a big man now?
No.
Look, man, we're gonna go take this back, okay?
Don't move.
Run. Number 1, structural collapse. And when the legs buckle and the hull hits the water, that'll cause number 2, a very large explosion. And those two, they don't even compare to number 3. Complete energy dispersion. Are you following?
Come on, come on!
There's confidential, but there's also negligent. If this rig goes, with all due respect, sir, I think it's time that we call in the government.
This I remember definitely. God dang it.
Where's the other one?
He didn't do nothing. We was just taking this back, I swear.
still looks pretty cool, even though it's basically just a black smoke, but I like the effect of it.
So you're just here to floss in VIP?
I'm here to meet someone like you.
You know, this really isn't my thing.
Still
What
losing.
is? Come on, man!
What is with these kids? Seriously.
If this isn't gonna happen, then I need to get back out.
You know what? Hey, I feel you. Maybe we should both leave.
Now hold on. I just dropped 6 bills on bottle service.
Your fault, bud. Your choice.
I'm gonna make double that tonight.
Doing what?
My side business.
What is that?
Stealing from pricks.
Buying rich kids.
Like, Baby, what are you doing? I mean, yeah, you call that too, but I mean, call the other crap first. God dang. I gotta give her credit for that. I would not be able to do that crap. Ugh.
Roxanne is placing the blame of the oil rig explosion on Nathan, saying he went rogue on some research project.
Why you, specifically?
Emojis.
Emojis. God dang it. Just tell him. Or at least an actual text. Don't have to tell him nothing. At least say something, though. Yeah, I think I remember what happens here. She takes his wallet, doesn't he? She?
What's your name?
Tandy.
Hey, blonde girl!
Hey, here's your other powers, bud. For your powers.
What did you do to me?
What did I do? What was that?
How should I know?
Because your hands are doing the exact same thing, but...
Well, no.
Wait, are you that kid? From the beach? I gotta go.
No, stop running. Who are you?
Could I sell my wallet back, please?
Crazy white girl?
Roxanne. I like the way the cloak billows on the wind. That's always a cool image. Especially the way it billows.
Tissue tests revealed drugs in his system.
That's not true.
I wanted to see him. Yes, ma'am.
I'm dead. He's lying. You're lying and you know it. When you shot Billy, I saw it.
We've got no evidence of that. His body was in no state to look for bullet holes, but no officer fired a weapon that night. I've worked here for over 20 years. I know everybody. This cop you described, he doesn't exist.
This guy that I'm seeing, he's a lawyer.
Is this one married?
He is noble, and he is smart, and he's gonna get us back into court again. Let me look at
Mom, I'm okay.
I loved you so much, and you loved me back, unconditionally.
What just happened?
I don't know, what do you mean?
I miss him too. I'd do anything to get him back. But
What I feel is already enough weight. It's like you're afraid if I don't do everything just right, perfectly, you're gonna lose me.
Oh, baby, I wish it were that easy. I'm afraid that even if you do everything perfectly, I'm gonna lose you.
Huh. I'm sorry about school.
Don't let it happen again, okay?
Oh, man.
Man, she really doesn't care for heights, huh? Or doesn't care about them anyway. Uh-oh. Did it again. I think I know where this is too. This is with that cop, huh? Who's selling drugs.
Hello again.
What a freaking scumbag.
Dude, look, I'm sorry I jacked your stuff.
Yeah? Oh, sorry. Oh, so that's how it's gonna be, huh? I'll see you guys at home. Good night. Come on.
Legit evidence that it's 96% pure.
Shoot him in the head, by the way. So he'd be unconscious, he wouldn't be able to chase you. I would also get the crowbar.
Just give up.
No!
Yep, remember that too. Can't say he didn't deserve it. And he's gone.
Where the hell are you?
Uh-oh.
What the hell did you do? I don't know! You shot a kid!
How come he felt it? The mom did. Jesus.
Don't shoot!
Did he bring a trash bag or whatever with him too? Sound keeps disappearing for some reason. Hope it's just the episode, not my system. It's the first episode. Whack! Okay, so it sounds back. That was odd. So I thought I was worried that was my computer, but it's just apparently it's the video for some reason. It's got no sound at that part. Certain parts. It was the ballet scene where she was watching them from above, and which is, I was wondering about that because I thought it was just like the first time I was whenever the music was playing and then it just suddenly dropped. I thought maybe for some reason that was part of it, like it maybe dropped, so really quiet, and then but it didn't. Then I couldn't really hear anything. I thought maybe it was just too quiet, so I turned it up, and then there was no sound there. There was no sound at the very end either, up until like the end credit. It's when they started playing, and then the music came back or the sound came back. It's really strange. Not sure how much of that I kept in, but we'll see. But anyway, yeah. Again, I remember most, I guess, of what that was. Couple things I didn't remember was the fact that I don't know. Is that them? Because they were both there. But sorry about the memory thing. I always like whenever I start something, then I try to counter myself without voicing what my original thought was. I do that a lot, and I apologize. But what I was gonna say is I don't remember them like memory sharing, or not sharing, but like seeing other people's memories. At least that's what it seems like it was. Is her name Candy? Like I don't think that she told Tyrone that, but I I don't remember. I know. I'm pretty sure the dad's their name, but I can't remember. Hold on. Like I said, I don't remember. I don't know a whole lot about Cloak and Dagger, so I don't remember their names. I don't know if Tyrone's supposed to be his actual name, like his name in the comics too, but yeah, I don't remember her name. I do apologize for that. Tandy. Oh, she said Tandy, not Candy. My bad. Sounded like Candy. Okay, so Tandy. What's that one girl's name that seems to have a crush on Tyrone? Evita. Okay. See, I wasn't sure if it was either Avita or Vita, but it's Evita. Okay, but yeah, like their abilities, like I didn't think Tandy, like I know that is that what that was, or is that just because it seemed very vivid to where she was like, did you not see that? So she thought that her mom should have seen it, but it wasn't the case. Because also it wasn't just her remembering her mom tying her ballet slippers on. It was the conversation she was having with her dad. Which I don't think Tandy was nearby for that. So I don't know what that was exactly. Like, because she didn't see or feel anything, but it seemed like the dirty cop guy, like he felt, maybe even saw what Tyrone saw whenever he was touching him too. So they both have similar abilities in that aspect. Because obviously their powers are very different, but do they share that in terms of ability? Because they also seem to have, like, whenever they collide the first time anyway, I don't know if it happens anymore, but like they had a there was like a blowback essentially, like whenever her powers activated whenever he was trying to stop her. Yeah, whenever he was trying to catch her and get his wallet back, they just blew each other away. Like, is that because of their powers? Like, is it? I mean, I know it's because of their powers. But I mean, like, their powers are reactive to each other, or is that just part of her power? Because I didn't know that her power had to do with freaking like seeing people's memories, if that is in fact what's happening. But I don't know. So yeah, I don't know if that blowback is supposed to be either, like, again, how their powers interact with each other, at least maybe for the first time, like, because they don't know how to control it yet, or if that is part of her power. I don't know. I'm going to assume for the time being, I'm going to assume it's because of how their powers interact with each other, because whenever it happened, his power was freaking out too. Yeah, so I'm not really I don't know a whole lot about Cloak and Dagger. Like, I just know, like, the gist of their abilities. I know he can, teleport. He can teleport people with him, and how, like, she creates obviously light daggers, being why her name is Dagger. I'm trying to remember what else she can do. I'm pretty sure I know of something else. Like, is it just daggers she creates, or is it other stuff? I can't remember. I mean, I know she can create a light, not just a light dagger, but like a light source. I don't know if that has any kind of interaction. Back to the beginning. Excuse me, sorry. Back to the beginning. I remember the majority of the beginning stuff, like with his brother and him getting shot, which everything that pissed me off first time I watched it pissed me off again. Except this time before, because I knew it was coming. I forgot that they erased, or I guess they hid that the cop even worked there. Which, how can you do that? You even kept the picture up that the cop was part of the force, and you're saying that he doesn't work there. You have a picture on your website or whatever it is with him with that scar, and you're just. So I'm assuming that's his uncle too, though. I'm assuming that's his uncle. Maybe his uncle, somebody else, and just talked to the chief or whoever that guy was, and took care of it and hid everything. Guy just like. I know this happens, but it pisses me off that he got away with. I mean, he got scared. He jumped because of the explosion. But why pull twice? Like, the first, firing once, I can understand. Like, I don't mean it still sucks, but I'm saying I can understand, like, the sudden explosion caused you to jump, and not necessarily like get that he fired him because he thought the kid did it, but like I thought maybe the explosion caused him to jump, so he pulled the trigger on accident. Didn't actually mean to pull the trigger. But what happened? Why twice? It's just like, I mean, I don't know if the kid would have survived in the getting shot just once, but definitely not the second shot. Like, he would have had more of a chance anyway. And they just this kid was there, and they're just Oh God, I hate that scene so much. I hate that scene, and I hate the scene where Tandy gets jumped by that guy again with his friends. His friends didn't seem too like whenever he was telling them to leave. See, I don't know. Like they helped him in the first place, but then when he was telling them to leave, they kind of I think they like looked at each other questioningly, like they weren't 100% on board with this. They still went reluctantly. I don't know, but they still went, and they still helped him out in the first place. This guy is such a freaking. I never understand how any guy can see that's like they know that's not okay, but yet. Like I know it's very naive to be thinking like why, like not understanding how. Well, not naive. I don't know. I don't get how they can just bypass. Like they can do whatever they want with another person. Like I know there are other guys that may not go as far, but they're very pushy. And even when whoever it is obviously not for it. Like they're not. You know, they don't think you're charming, they don't think you're attractive, or they don't like the way you're acting. Something is putting them off about you, so obviously just back off. Like, but then there's people that will go that far. Like, what in their brain just shuts off the fact that they can't do what they want and just I don't know. It's just that. I don't know. I just don't understand. I just don't get it. I want to also point out. I don't know if I kept this in. I said this during the episode, but I thought they casted like the kids and then their grown up versions like their I guess they're both I mean they're the same age. So I'm assuming they're both teenagers. He's in high school. I don't know what grade. I don't know if they said what grade. Did they say what grade he was in? But point of the matter is, they're both high schoolers. They're both teenagers, at least. I don't think she's in high school right now. She's obviously living off the street, but I don't know if she was, because she apparently she like 2 or 3 weeks. I don't know if her mom said that she hadn't seen her in 2 or 3 weeks. So it's not too long. I don't know if that means like she stopped by 2 or 3 weeks ago, or she stopped living with her mom 2 or 3 weeks ago. Point of the matter, I was trying to say, the beginning of this sentence or whatever is, I thought they casted them pretty well. I thought that teenage Tyrone looks a lot like the kid Tyrone, and vice versa same thing for Tandy's character. Usually they do pretty well with that. Sometimes it doesn't always matter, but I always like it whenever they pick someone that at least looks pretty similar to their younger, older counterpart, whatever. But with to the kids' parts, back to it anyway, but more on Tandy's side. I hate that she's obviously used to having to call the office, like go through the whole thing, and like calling the office, asking for a certain division or whatever, and then asking for her father. And I know he didn't. He seemed like a good dad, so I know he didn't want to leave her out in the rain. He probably felt terrible. It didn't seem like he wasn't. He didn't say anything apologetic. He didn't. Excuse me, Jesus, seem too apologetic, but. Maybe they didn't show that. I don't know, but he seemed like a good dad. He seemed he definitely seemed to like care for her still. But maybe he just couldn't get out. Maybe they just wouldn't let him. Because I mean, these people, Roxxon. He's working for Roxxon for one. We know. I mean, most people. Some people may not recognize Roxxon. Who doesn't like read into any comics, but. For those that read at least a little bit of comics, they might know like who Roxxon is. They're not somebody you want to be connected with. In one comic, they're the ones that created. Well, they kind of did here too. I was gonna say in one comic they're the ones that created Cloak and Dagger, which they kind of did too. They had to do with the ship that exploded, the oil rig that exploded, which is whenever they were in the water is what gave them their abilities, and first they were exposed to whatever it was that was on there. But they pinned the blame on her dad. And he was trying to push back on it in the first place, but now that he's dead, that they can. I mean, they probably would have done it in the first place because he's the one that wanted to do something about it. So this is negligence. We need to do something about it. This is wrong. But so they would either blame him. They probably would have blamed on him in the end, or whether he was dead or not. they didn't send it. I'm pretty sure that wasn't somebody sent to kill him. Because I mean, that's very loose. I don't know, because you can't really time that very well. And plus, it was raining. And he was on the phone, so that was. I don't think that was planned. I'm pretty sure, 90% sure that was 99% sure that wasn't planned. So I'm pretty sure they didn't send someone to kill him. Maybe they were planning to, and either way, but then they didn't have to. But the point is, they pinned their crap on him, which is a very rock-solid thing to do. I also feel bad. I feel bad for Tyrone. Like, he wanted to help his brother because, you know, they were ripped off by somebody who had money, like some rich person apparently. And they just ripped him off. Like, that's kind of bullcrap. I mean, if you have the money, why the heck? If you're a rich person, chances are this isn't gonna put a dent in your wallet. Like, just pay them. Like, what is? But okay, yeah. So he ripped them off. So his friends were trying to talk him into hijacking the radio back. So I overheard this, and the brother he decided he wasn't gonna do that because he wants to stay out of his trouble. Because his dad disciplined him or beat him. I don't know how. Like, I don't know. Like, part of the parents, like, at one point they seem like they're not great parents, but then there's a scene with Tyrone and his mom. So I'm not sure how their relationship is. Maybe it's just a dad. I'm not 100% sure on that. But yeah, he decided not to go for it. But then but Tyrone overheard that, so he decided to do it for him. And that kind of led to that. I feel like maybe, I don't know. If they didn't run, I don't know how that would have ended up. I don't think he would have shot him still. But I don't know why you'd pull the gun in the first place. Because they're obviously unarmed. Well, I guess not obviously, but they don't have anything drawn. You're not supposed to pull a gun on somebody who doesn't have a weapon. Like, if they don't seem armed, you shouldn't pull out a weapon. That just frustrates the crap out of me. I need to get off right now. I need to stop. But yeah, I'm pretty sure Tyrone felt guilty about that because it's what led to his brother getting shot. Like, it wasn't his fault, but it kind of led down that path. Like, if he didn't steal the radio, that wouldn't have happened at all. Maybe. At least not at that moment. But it kind of took them down to that path, I guess. I don't know. I'm also curious, like, is it because of the DNA? I mean, it's always a question as to what gives, like, why someone's power, why they get this certain ability in the first place. Because they were both in the water, they were both similar circumstances. Like, she was in a car. He was just in black, she was just in white. I don't know if that well, was it white or was it pink? Either way, it wasn't. I don't think that has anything to do with the abilities, but it's just like that. That was just, I guess, coincidence for the theme of the show. That was just to mark, I guess, hey, this is. I mean, one, she's also going to ballet, and so that they're not gonna have like a dark or any kind of like a dark color outfit for the most part. I don't believe. Yeah, I don't know exactly what is it. Is it the DNA? Like, we don't, like, it's always a question of that, like, because they were both exposed to the same thing. I don't know if there's supposed to be some kind of difference in that. Like, maybe she was in a car, so it affected her differently, or it could just be the thing of their DNA. But I was just curious about, like, how that is, because they weren't affected, they weren't, they didn't get their abilities in necessarily different circumstances. They were both exposed to the same energy. And then they were for some reason drawn to each other as well. I don't know how close they were in terms of location. Like, I know he jumped off a pier or something to get to his brother, and she and her dad drove off of a bridge or something. I don't know how close they were. I don't know if he just, like, I know he had to teleport to her somehow, but I don't know, like, what drew them together. That's what I'm curious about as well. Like, is it just because of the aspects of their abilities, like light and darkness, or I don't know. I'm just curious about that. Is that supposed to be? I don't know. Again, I don't know anything about Cloak and Dagger, so if you know, well, if it's explained in the show, then I guess don't tell me because I'd like to know. Find out here. That'd be interesting to find out. Again, this is the only episode I've seen, so now I'm not putting the blame on her. Obviously, like, this guy's a total tool. But one, I don't think she shouldn't have conned him in the first place. She also shouldn't have told him what she was doing. Like, he could have just felt like maybe there was something else with his drink or something. I don't know. I mean, he might have jumped to the conclusion that she drugged him in the first. Either way, just seeing as his stuff would be gone, so it probably wouldn't make much of a difference. I don't know. She should stay away from this kind of guy in the first. Like, considering, I mean, she didn't know him. She probably just saw he was a rich guy, so that was the mark. I mean, what else can she do, seeing she's on the street and she doesn't have any other kind of job. But I mean, she tried to get another job, but she just, I mean, this didn't seem to get her too much. Apparently, like, I mean, she seemed like it wasn't much, but maybe it's just because they like what they had stolen in the first place, because they only gave them 500, or maybe it was 500 each. I don't know, but either way, I mean, she couldn't get much more from working an actual job, considering she's probably, I mean, she's not in high school right now, so she hasn't finished high school. But I mean, there are kids that work in high school. I mean, basically, she's working minimum wage, and she's making probably a lot. She made a lot less, actually. Not probably. She would be making a lot less than what she made right now. But she at least wouldn't be, putting herself in dangerous situations. Well, she wouldn't be putting herself in the possibility of being in a dangerous situation. Because if this guy's a total douchebag and doesn't have any kind of care for other people's wants. He just wants wants to take whatever he wants. I'm gonna go rant. I'm gonna keep going. Again, his choice. That was annoying. Also, he's like, I paid whatever. I forgot what he said. He paid a lot of money because of the drinks and crap to get her to come home. But that was his choice. He's like saying like it's her fault that she paid this much. You chose to do it, dude. It's your fault. You made a choice to to persuade this girl to come with you and try to get her drunk. Didn't work. Shouldn't have tried it in the first place. That's not. Okay. Point is, his choice. He's a douchebag. He deserved to get stabbed. Okay. Yeah, what the heck kind of a ref is that? Like, there's not seeing something, and there's there's not saying something during a game, and then they're just blatantly ignoring this guy, like repeatedly like shoving the kid, like he shoved him to the ground, and he aggressively shoved his head. Like this kid is like, dude, how can you? I mean, yeah, okay, there's a lot going on, but this dude is constantly antagonizing Tyrone, and he's not doing a thing. Like, and it's not. Is it that bad at other games, like in actual games? Like they just like don't see. Is it just that much going on that they wouldn't see that? Like I don't watch a lot of sports, so I mean, I know the gist of some sports. I know like that's definitely a foul, especially when he shoved him in the ground. That definitely should have been called. But is that kid a racist, or is he just a straight up punk? Is he just a douchebag to everybody? Because it just seemed like he was antagonizing Tyrone. I kind of like that they both held on to something that was from each other. I find it funny that she just left the kid there. Like she took his jacket and then just left him. I mean, she was wearing a leotard or whatever they call the ballet outfits. And not much else, so yeah, she's gonna be freezing. He's got a little more clothes on, but I mean, she took his jacket and just left him there. She's a kid, but still, I mean, I don't know if a kid would just leave another kid there without at least trying to wake them up. She just took his jacket. But I do like that they kind of want something of each other. It's weird that he kept a ballet slipper though. That's a little bit different than someone keeping a jacket. Maybe it's more just like what happened. Was he there? Does he remember her? Because she was awake and saw him. I don't know if he saw her at all. Did they see each other when they got on the beach and then they passed out on the beach or something? I don't know. But I do kind of like how they have something with each other. It's just weird that he has a ballet slipper. I don't know what else he'd have, but still. I guess from a incident like that, you would kind of keep a little about like a reminder, and also you'd be questioning what happened and how you two both wound up in the same place. He doesn't seem to realize that he has powers until that instant. when he uses them again. He seemed excited at the end too. Whenever he found he was at home when he was trying to hide from the cop, and then he wound up being home. He seemed excited the fact that, well, it might have been that he got away and didn't get shot. Probably had something to do with it. But yeah, it might also be the fact that he's realizing the power. Did he get his wallet back, by the way? Like, I know she left her bag, but was his wallet in there? I'm going to assume. He also left Evita at the. I don't know if he went back. They didn't show him, but that's gonna be interesting to talk that over with her. Emojis. I don't know. That kind of was annoying. Like, just talk. Can't you just talk normally on the phone, like text or something, if you can't call? Am I old for that? Like, can you talk normally? You don't have to just use emojis. If you want, you can use emojis, but like, use words too. You don't have to tell them you like them. And also, she was at the end. She was trying to get a hold of her powers, or she's trying to replicate what she did when she created the light dagger. So she's not denying them now, because I don't know if she was before with that thing that happened with. I don't think she was denying it before what happened with Tyrone. But now she's actively trying to conjure a light dagger or anything. I'm assuming. I don't know if she's just trying to conjure a light dagger, she's trying to see if she can do something else, but she doesn't have a grasp on it right now. I don't know how long it's gonna take. I see there's 10 episodes in this season. So yeah, I don't know how long it's gonna take for them to get the grasp on their powers. I know there's a second season. Pretty sure that's done right now. I'm very curious to see where this show goes in the end. I know it's not like super high in the ratings. It's not like terrible. It's like, I think it's 6.9. But it seems very interesting. The first episode is a little slow. Not like, but I like the story that we get out of it. I like learning about the character. We didn't learn a whole lot about Tandy. She's very confined. She doesn't like letting people in. She pushes away when she's starting to open up. Tyrone is trying to get through life in high school, and being a black kid is a lot harder because people keep. They're not great over here. I don't know. I mean, it was only thus far we only see the cops. They shot his brother, and then we see that one white kid who was being a total tool. We haven't really seen anybody else treat him badly. I mean, his coach. Is Coach white? I don't remember. Either way. But I'm interested to see what else happens. I'm probably going to watch the next episode now so that I can have a backup or a stockpile. First episode, just doing this once a week, just in case you guys don't know. We are doing once a week like we do with the rest of our stuff. So yeah, that's it for Cloak and Dagger this week. Hope you enjoyed it. If you want to check out the rest of our stuff, go ahead and click the button right next to me. And if you want to stick around for next week's episode, go ahead and hit the subscribe button. If you want to be notified whenever our videos go out, go ahead and click the bell icon down below. Again guys, that's it. Thanks for watching and hope to see you next week.